Hi Taurus, welcome back to Omkaratarot and to another You versus Them. Taurus, let's see how you're feeling now, how the person connected to your energy is feeling, and what action we can expect in this connection. And Taurus, these are general collective readings, may not resonate with all of you. Please keep that in mind. Take what works for you, leave the rest. So let's begin. Welcome back, all my subscribers, and welcome in newcomers. Taurus Spirit. Alright, newcomers, I'm setting down two sets of cards here. One side will be for you, one side will be for your person, and in the center, I'm going to have your dialogue message cards, mutual energies. If this is your reading, Taurus, you'll know which side you resonate best with. For me, this is going to be person A here, this is going to be person B. Bottom of my deck, I have the Ace of Swords in reverse. So there is a lack of clarity as to where this connection is going, or maybe somebody feels that person has just been lying to them. I do sense from the first look at the cards, Taurus, somebody here wants to return. They are obsessively wanting to return back to their person. Maybe in the past this person was immature or they were a player, but now they're seeing the value and worth of having, a stable foundation, long-term happiness. They want to now step up and they want to prove to their person that I'm a new person and I'm ready to take responsibility, but I think they don't know how. The other person says, yeah, they were cold, they were rude, they were mean, they never opened up their heart to me. All they gave me was stress and anxiety and sleepless nights. I was very discontent in this connection. They have made the wrong choices. So, person B that says, I don't want any more conflict in my life because I haven't been happy, or something like that. Of course, I'm going to clarify all these cards for you, Taurus, one by one, and we'll dig a little deeper. Before that, let me ask the universe. Spirit, you tell me what's going on in this connection between Taurus and their person. Why are they both feeling this way? Taurus and their person, Spirit. Taurus and that person. All right, so the first card here says attraction. Someone's feeling drawn and pulled towards the other, so that I think one person is waking up to the connection. Self-love. Focus on loving yourself. It increases your attractiveness. Third card says flirting. Yeah. So maybe somebody was flirting and, moving towards attraction and this, that, and the other person was maybe discontent, but maybe this was a lesson that had to be learned by both people, of course, and one of you had to learn to love yourself instead of waiting or feeling hurt by the other person's behaviors. So let's do your dialogue message cards, Taurus. Let's see if you guys could say something to each other right now, what that would be, and then I'll clarify the rest. So, Taurus and their person, Spirit. Taurus and their person, if they could say something to each other now, what would that be? Taurus and their person, Spirit. All right, let's take a few more from another deck. Taurus and their person, Spirit, if they could say something to each other now, what would that be? Okay, a few more from a third deck, Taurus, and then we'll start the reading. Taurus and their person, Spirit. All right, good to go. Let's start the reading. And Taurus, if any of you are looking for personal readings, my email is omkaratarot@gmail.com. You can reach me there. It's there in the description box below as well. So the first card here says, it's really insulting when you try to control the situation and withhold information. You're underestimating my intuitive abilities, my connection with the divine, and must be forgetting how connected we are on soul level. You know that I'll always know what's going on because even your higher self tells on you. I feel so guilty when I'm with anyone else. All I can think about is you. I get so effing jealous knowing that you're in bed with a karmic at night. I get sick to my stomach at the thought of you with them. Even though I cared about you, I thought we just weren't meant for each other. My love for you never goes away. I guarded my heart because I didn't want to be hurt again. I can't imagine being with anyone else but you. You did everything right. I just closed my heart to love and I wouldn't let you in. Giving up and leaving just seems so much easier than to deal with any more pain. If I give in to you, you'll have the power to break both my heart and mind. I can't survive that. You made me realize I had flaws. I'm trying to do better now. I honestly don't think anyone will love you more than I did. Just saying. I daydream about being the parent of your children. All right, so these were some of your messages, Taurus. If these were resonating with your storyline, let's start this reading. But before that, I'm going to take an angel blessing card, and that's going to be for the viewer of the reading, which could be you watching, Taurus, could be the cross watcher. So a blessing, guidance, advice, or a message for the person watching the reading, Spirit. And your message or advice is reward. All right, so if you've learned your self-worth, or you've learned to be a better person, I don't know which side is watching right now, but there are rich rewards coming for you. This probably was a soul lesson where somebody had to learn, or soulmates come into each other's life to trigger each other, and if we keep doing the same thing again and again, you see the red flags and you continue to do the same thing, then you keep continuing a karmic cycle. So if you have learned your lesson, say thank you to the universe already, because you're going to be rewarded big time. All right, so Spirit Town, tell me what's happening here. Let's start with this side, which is person A for me. And newcomers, please remember, these are not gender-based, and I'm not guessing which side you're on, because I could be dealing with two Tauruses on either side. This is a general reading. But of course, if you've been resonating and you feel this is your storyline, you'll immediately pick up which side you're on, who this person is for you. And yes, it can be a love interest, spouse, ex, secret crush. Could even be your business partner, relative, best friend, co-worker. So... Sorry, I'm so sorry. All right, so please use your own judgment here. All right, so person A right now focuses on you. How are you feeling right now in your emotions? I do see the Eight of Cups, which tells me that you desperately want to return. Yeah, they're going through the dark night of the soul. They are going through the dark night of the soul because they are jealous, angry, upset, because they feel that person is moving on and they're going to give their heart to somebody new. They want to stop that person. Person A says, yeah, I want to return. I don't want them to move on. I don't want them to give their heart to, somebody new. I don't want them to have new love. I mean, this person is really going through it. They're going through anxiety, stress, sleepless nights, worry, and they want to rush towards their person before their person moves on and takes a leap of faith in a new direction or gives their heart to somebody new. Whoever person A is, they are sitting in a lot of sadness, regret, shame, guilt, remorse for maybe some past actions of theirs. So tell me why are you feeling this way? What happened? Knight of Wands. What's the Knight of Wands? Were you a player? Were you immature? Yeah, I think they thought that things would never go against them. They could get away with whatever they wanted, but maybe some truths came out about their immature or player ways or something. Something could have been revealed, and maybe you guys have already had a tower between the two of you where, if you build... Oh, the lights are back. Thank you. And, it's like when you build something on a big structure on sand, it's not going to take the test of time, right? It'll crumble. So person A knows that because of their player ways, secrets were revealed, a tower has happened, everything has crumbled. They are very worried that they've lost out on their true soulmate. This contract is over, this soulmate bond is over. What if my person has already turned their back on me? What if they are upset and angry with me? What if they've given up on me? I think the more they are feeling this way, the more this person is now dreaming of a happily ever after. Now they want the safety, now they want the security, now they want the happily ever after. They don't want that person to move on and give that big cup of love to somebody else. Right, person A? Yeah, they're very worried. They're very worried that person is going to move on without them. Like leave them behind, because yes, they never offered anything. All the cups they were offering person B were probably empty. So now they are dreading that they're going to go off and have a new beginning with somebody else. They don't want, they're trying to stop this person, the other person. Okay, so tell me, how do you see the connection currently? How do you see person B? How do you feel about this connection right now as I'm doing the reading, person A? The Emperor. Okay, so now they're ready to step up, do right by person B. They want to heal the connection. No more third parties. I'm not going to give my attention to anything else. Maybe they were focusing more on work or, their own, whatever they were doing. Could be third parties, could be third parties, but they're saying, yeah, all that is going to now close. I'm ending all that past bad behavior. I'm ready to step up. I'm ready to do right by my person. I want them to respect me again. Why? Because they know the other person maybe found out something, is angry with them. It may just, turn their back on them now. So they are a little going back and forth in their mind about how do I now turn things around. Right? What's the Two of Pentacles? What's the Two of Pentacles? Yeah. How do I get this partnership back? I want this partnership. This was perfect. I gave 3, they gave 3, and we could have a 6 of Pentacles together in the future. So now it's like, how do I get it now? How do I get this victory and success with my person? Somewhere they are scared. They may not even be forgiven for what they've already done. So as much as they want to step up and they want to prove themselves, they are also a bit worried that they are seen as a trickster, and their person may not even want them back. But where will I find somebody like person B now? Look at them, they're not chasing me anymore. They are looking beautiful or handsome, and they are abundant, and they are, sitting in their comfort. I think person A feels that person B is their perfect match. This is the Empress to the Emperor, who they now want to become. It's like, yeah, we are made for each other. It's like, how do I make things right now? Because all they can think about is, how do I return? How do I return to the person who's my soulmate? Yeah, this person does have a lot of regrets about their past behavior. So what action person A will finally take, I will open later, Taurus. Let's go to the other side, see how person B is feeling, and then we'll do the action cards together. So person B, how are you feeling? What's the King of Swords in reverse in your feelings and emotions? Yeah, person B says, there was a lack of structure. There was a lack of structure. I don't want to deal with the player anymore. This person was rude and mean and horrible to me. They didn't open up their emotions. They were very controlling. I wasn't happy in this connection. I didn't get the offer that I wanted. I was discontent here. All I got from them was a broken heart. Right? So all I got was stress and anxiety and sleepless nights and, nightmares and isolation. Well, I was just kept waiting. So tell me, person B, why do you feel this way? Same card again, 4 of Cups. They feel that they were not happy. They didn't get the right love offer from person A, and there was unhappiness or discontent in this connection. Why? Because of some wrong choices or no choice made. So I have a feeling person B feels the right thing for me to do is not even fight for this connection anymore. I don't want to compete with them. I don't want to fight with them. I don't want to argue with them. It's like I would rather just focus on doing right for myself. I want to move towards my own happiness. I want happiness in my life. Now, why? Because they feel that person made wrong choices and all it led to was conflict and a lot of imbalance. They feel that their person never loved them in the first place. Why else would they be emotionally so distant and playing hot and cold all the time and, emotionally not available. Yeah, they never loved me. There is nothing to look forward to. There is no happily ever after. I was dealing with a false person. They pretend to be somebody they are not. They were egoistic, prideful. It was stubborn behavior, let's say. So person B says, yeah, I was just stuck in this loop. And I was in a connection, but I was still alone. I was trapped. While they were out there lying, cheating, ghosting, doing whatever. So person B feels I was not respected in this connection. So how do you see the connection currently then, person B? How do you see person A? How do you feel about this connection right now as I'm doing the reading? Five of Wands in reverse. Person B says, I don't want to be, I don't have to fight for having something long term. I don't want to be an option in somebody's life. I don't like, I don't have to beg for their attention or compete for their attention, fight for their attention. I would rather focus on something brand new for myself. Maybe just focus on my money, focus on my stability. Because why? Because they've lost their motivation. Person B says, yeah, I've lost my motivation. I was not happy in this connection. Somewhere person B feels that this was a karmic connection and it was toxic and it needs to be released. This contract should be over now. It's like if this was a soulmate bond, this was a false one, and there is no equal give and take, no love left. I think person B is somewhere still upset and angry. And that's the reason I think they're saying, it's time for me to turn my back. Okay, so let's see what actions you guys will take then, Taurus. And while I shuffle the next deck, may I also request you, remind you, if you could, if this storyline is yours, let me know. You can do that by tapping the thumbs up button or leaving a comment. And of course, last week I got a little delayed in posting some of the, I think, fire sign readings, and I was bombarded with emails saying, why are you late? And of course, some of them were concerned if I was okay. But the thing is, I'm only human, right? I can have a few setbacks. My internet could be gone, or I could have guests over. So please, if from your end, what you can do is when you subscribe, there is a little notification bell. Just click on that. So as soon as the video is released, you'll be notified, right? So thank you for doing that. All right, so person A, let's get back with you now. I'm coming back to you. I want to see what action you're going to take in the next 7 days towards person B or otherwise in your own life. Action from person A towards person B or otherwise in their own life, spirit. Queen of Wands in reverse. I think they're still very, very worried. How do I get back to the person who's upset and angry with me? Okay, tell me about the Queen of Wands in reverse. Yeah, they're manifesting. This person is manifesting, going through a huge tower because somewhere they feel if I was to approach them now, when they're so upset and they're so angry, they're not going to give to me. They're going to hold back from me. So I don't think they're making a move, but they are manifesting and they are like in shock right now because secretly this person wants to revive this connection. They want a second chance with person B. It's just that they don't know how. It's like, how do I approach them without them, holding back or getting upset with me? All right, so person B, what about you? Action from your end towards person A or otherwise in your own life? Queen of Cups in reverse. Yeah, person B says, they just kept taking my love. I'm depleted. I don't have any more love to give them because they took my love for granted. Tell me about the Queen of Cups. I think person B is the one who's learning a lesson in self-love now. I think they've started to pour into their own self now because they feel overgiving led them to nothing but an empty cup. Queen of Cups in reverse as your action, person B. Ace of Wands, yes. Three of Swords and the 10 of Cups. And the High Priestess and the 8 of Pentacles. 9 of Cups, yep, absolutely. I think person B is now focused on what's next for them. They feel they were depleted. Maybe they were at one time, this was a passionate connection, but they got their heart broken. they got their heart broken big time, because I think they were expecting a partnership or an equal give and take. Yeah, but right now I think they've gone silent. Right now they could just be putting in energy, effort, work into their own self and saying, you know what, before expecting a 10 of pentacles from 10 of cups or a 10 of pentacles from anyone else, let me just focus on loving myself. Let me fill my own 9 cups, because person B is depleted. Like, this person was, like, in the upright, this person is a overgiver. They give to a point where if you meet the wrong person, they can just take from you, right? And if they don't give back, then this cup will run dry. So person B is being depleted of their love energy. So right now I think they are focusing on saying, I'm not waiting around for anyone else's cup. I'm filling my own cups. So why the Ace of Swords in reverse then, Spirit? Overall energy for Taurus's reading. Ace of Swords in reverse. Okay. 2 of Cups, 10 of Wands. Yeah, they feel that person lied to them. They probably came across as a true soulmate. I'll always hold your hand. We'll have a happily ever after. But then they lied and they turned out to be a player. So I think person B is the one who's now almost packed their bags and saying, I'm done here. Right now I'm just going to, leave the situation and focus on loving myself. Alright, so that's what I have for you. Till next time then, Taurus, love and light. Take care. Namaste.